almost done with the Forest of Hope, guys. Aw, man. It is now day 10 of Comic Plays Pikmin, meaning I think you've been watching this for, yeah, you're in the third week of watching this now, right? Pikmin, the short plays, I post 4 episodes a week. The long play, like Tales of Vesperia, my current model is to release that 3 times a week. I've been doing a lot of Let's Playing. A whole lot. Too much, in fact. No, not too much. I'm having a good time, but I hope you're having a good time. All, currently 26 of you. So if you know anybody who would be interested in this, you know, maybe let them know, because I'd love to get a few more subscribers over here on the Comic Foils channel. Yeah, sounding super desperate while I pick some Pikmin. 99 red balloons. Am I missing somebody here? Yeah, there must be another Pikmin somewhere. I guess a flower Pikmin fell somewhere and left a seed behind, so maybe one of them... Yep, there it is. Alright, I'm naming you Winifred. You may notice that I'm using all red Pikmin right now. That's because I happen to know a little bit about the guy I'm about to face. And really the best way to go there is going to be reds and only reds. Because red Pikmin are actually his weakness. You need at least some red Pikmin to even start touching him. Not because he's got fire or anything. He's actually... I think he's actually allergic to red Pikmin. That's the only explanation I could ever find. So, we're going to take a little trip around using this passage I made with blue Pikmin yesterday. And... yeah, got a whole bunch of flowers now because of all that nectar that those guys pulled. Probably could have went and gotten more nectar. That would be nice. I also lost somebody. Got a straggler somewhere. I don't know. No time to figure that out. We gotta fight this fat lard. Hey. I mean, I guess we don't have to. We could try and just trick him. But this is the armored cannon beetle, which was always, I think, one of my favorite designs. It's got a carapace that we can't possibly crack, but when he inhales before he shoots a boulder, we can throw a red Pikmin onto his nose, and doing so will cause him to sneeze, and that that causes him to open up his carapace. So very good. Or, you know what? I guess it causes him to overheat. He's like almost mechanical. Look at it. He's steaming. I wonder if it hurts other Pikmin to do that. Wow, we took him out very easily. Doesn't look like anybody actually got killed. Oh, yeah. No. One guy got killed. Whoops. Well, sorry, Winifred. It was nice knowing you. At last! My radiation canopy. This turns the harsh radiation of deep space into soft infrared rays that are easy on the body. I'll sleep like a baby once I get this back onto the ship. Oh, Olimar. Alright, and everybody can carry that. Got this guy over here. Oh, you're Winifred. Well, if you're Winifred, who died to the armored cannon beetle? Maybe it was Matt? Was it Matt? I'm gonna call him Matt. Because now he's flat. Kind of morbid, but I mean, this is war. That's how you gotta be, I think. Well, that is way more red Pikmin than I've ever needed. Holy crow. So, pick these back out. Very good. And I'm going to get me a little less reds, because that's more reds than I think I need. Yeah, I think those are the guys that got left behind before. Alright, well, you're carrying that back. Actually, stop. I can stay there for now. I'm gonna take these 70. These 70 dudes. and clear out this Bulborb trail over here. Because once I get that radiation canopy in there, there will be only one treasure I need to get left, and I think I can get it from over here. And Reds is just going to be the best way to clear out Bulborbs, because Reds is the best way to do most things in this game, I mean, honestly. They hit so hard. Got 70 Reds, you can just overwhelm anybody. So I'm going to throw these guys up here, and they can play in the grass if they want to. Yep, throw them up, throw them up. Ew, that's gross. Tap an A as hard as I can. That's a lot of this game sometimes. You want to pick seeds, tap A. You want to throw a bunch of Pikmin, tap A. What's that passage? Yep, that's through the water. That's through the water over there. Which means we're going to get some blues. Guys, we are doing great. Day 10 and we're going to be done with the Forest of Hope. Forget about it. But before we forget about it, we're going to need to get some blues. We can use the rest of the day then to get the blue population up even higher. I think that's my plan. Okay, come on, guys. Let's do it. So with the Navy, I'm thinking the red is the Army, and the yellow is the Air Force, and the blue is the Navy. That's how I choose to think of it. I'm going to throw these guys over here. You know, I don't even think I really needed blues. Don't think I needed blues at all. I think that's just kind of an option I could have taken. Yeah, I could have done this without... I could walk through the water myself. We're going to play with rocks. I don't even have to fight this Bulborb, but I will, because I go one step beyond in causing extinction to this planet's beautiful creatures. I don't care what you say, the spotted Bulborb is freaking elegant. It is a magnificent beast. What's that word? Majestic. That's the word I was looking for. All right. Blues? It's the shock absorber. This apparatus counteracts the shaking and swaying that normally occurs during flight. It's smooth sailing with this in place, usually. Yeah, it wasn't so smooth sailing when we got into this mess. Alright, Reds, you can take that. Don't complain, you got the armored cannon beetle. Your population is high enough now. And with that, we are practically done. Practically done. Rest of the day, I get to just bolster up my numbers. And I get to talk to you guys. How are you guys? Hey, it's good to see you. You been doing well? How's your parents? Oh, man, this is awkward. I did not have nearly enough conversation topics, I guess. Maybe if I'm lucky, they'll see the shock absorber there and immediately try and carry it. This nifty little device counteracts the shaking and swing experienced in typical spaceflight. 13 parts. 13 parts on day 10. About to be 14 parts. Forget about it. Yeah, you guys pick that up. Good. And I'm going to take all my Reds, put them back in the onion. That's it. Forest of Hope complete. Great job, guys. Radiation canopy. I'll have to inspect it later to make sure it hasn't cracked. I'll be in for even more trouble if I have any radiation leaks. I kind of didn't think he knew what radiation was, considering he didn't know what a Geiger counter was. Oh well. And put even more Reds back in there. Don't need Reds. This is a red scare. I'm gonna pick these. I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna. Alright, let's go Blue Harvest. What is that? Where did that term come from? It sounds very familiar. I want to say some kind of Star Wars thing. Some, like, A New Hope thing. Alderaan was blue. Does that have something to do with that? You know what? The Family Guy Star Wars Christmas special. I mean, it wasn't a Christmas Star Wars Christmas special. Oh man, that was a fun word association. The Family Guy Star Wars parody for A New Hope was called Blue Harvest. It was Blue Harvest, and then it was something 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 Dark Side, and then it was It's a Trap. It was kind of an obvious thing to call the Return of the Jedi one, if you ask me. Because who doesn't love Admiral Akbar? He's great. He's that's a game I want to play sometime for you guys. Rogue Squadron. Admiral Akbar shows up occasionally in that, mainly in the final mission of Rogue Squadron 1 on the N64, because you're playing as Wedge Antilles at the Battle of Mon Calamari, which is where Admiral Akbar is from. Also, hope this isn't too much of a spoiler, because Force Awakens has been out for a few weeks now, but Admiral Akbar makes an appearance, just in case you were worried that it wouldn't have Admiral Akbar. It's a small appearance, but he's there. He's there in the base, along with, I think his name is Nian, who was Lando Calrissian's co-pilot. So, yeah, super minor Star Wars spoilers, but by the time this actually comes out, it'll be next week, and I think Force Awakens will have been out for about a month. And, I mean, that's not a huge plot-relevant spoiler, just that they appear. And, you know, they could have gone way overboard with putting references into... Oh, that iridescent flint beetle is going to mess me up if I let it. They could have gone way overboard with putting in Star Wars references into Force Awakens, but they play it pretty smart. They don't overdo that. Taking a little bit of a blue loss. There we go. Because that's the thing now, we're past the point, actually, where the people making the movies are old enough that they grew up being fans of the older movies. We've been past that point for a while. And that sounds great, and it can be great, but with just fandom alone, you don't necessarily make a good movie. Which is maybe a possible criticism of the prequels, that maybe they were just too focused on, hey, Star Wars guys. But you know, the prequels did do their own thing, and one of the few criticisms I'm seeing of The Force Awakens is that too much of it is kind of treading old ground with stuff that happened in the original trilogy. I think they're just doing that. You can either call it unoriginal or you can call it a return to form, you know, depending on your perspective on it. Not only are we getting a lot of blues, we're getting a lot of flowered blues, so that's great. I got the flowered blues. But I mean, like, they do a lot of scenes, especially similar to A New Hope, a lot of different A New Hope type scenarios. I'm missing someone. Who am I missing? Oh, there's a red over there. Winifred? Winifred. Winnie. Winnie, you get over here this instant. Don't make me come over there, because I'm kind of having trouble getting over there. It's kind of a weird surface to climb, honestly. Oh, Winnie, Winnie, Winnie. What am I going to do with you? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to carry you back. Alright, let's go. Whee! But what I can say, not that you were wondering, but in case you were, that I liked The Force Awakens. And this is coming from somebody who grew up watching the, watching VHSs of the original trilogy, like, constantly. I wanted to watch those every day for a while. That was, like, one of my 3 movies by the time I was, like, 5. I don't know exactly when, but I'm gonna say 5. It was Lion King, Toy Story, and the original Star Wars trilogy. Might have been a little bit older than that, but, you know, before I started, like, trying to be cool. Even when I was, like, trying to, like, when I got old enough to have friends that I wanted to, like, impress, though, I never really grew out of any of the things I liked. I was always very quick to say, oh, I love Disney movies, and I still love Disney movies, as I've talked about on here before. And now Star Wars movies are Disney movies. How about that? They weren't at the time, but all three of those movies I mentioned are now considered Disney movies. How weird is that? Can the Star Wars original trilogy be considered retroactively a Disney movie now that it's under that banner? Because Disney didn't own them when they were made. I guess since Disney owns Lucasfilm, but Lucasfilm wasn't owned by them at the time. But for the sake of making Disney Infinity toys, I guess we have to say they're Disney movies. So long, Force of Hope. Yeah, cry about it, Bulborbs. 10 days since impact. Hope has begun to well up within me for the Dolphin's repair, and my own chances for a reunion with my dear family. Tomorrow, I shall go forth with a new attitude and continue my exploration in a different region. I hope that fortune will smile upon me. Yeah, look at that drastic rise in blue Pikmin population. I now have exactly what I wanted. I have 100 of each kind of Pikmin. Nobody got left behind, only 9 losses today. Yeah, a couple Bulborbs kind of took me by surprise. But that's an entire area done, and that's, how many ship parts is that? 14. Yeah, 14. We're almost halfway. I have a feeling that some of these are going to be harder and other ones are just going to kind of fall into place. So, next time I'm going to go to the Distant Spring. It's about time we check that place out, and look at how many treasures are there. So, I'm a little nervous about that. I don't quite remember the layout of the Distant Springs, and I could look it up, but I think it'll be more fun if I'm a little bit lost. So, look at that mountain back there. Wish we could go over there. That seems cool. Anyway, I'm the Comic Foil, and hope you've been enjoying Comic Plays Pikmin. If you are, then be sure to subscribe to me if you haven't already, and be sure to catch us next time for episode 11. Have a good night.